secret persecution program called Gangstalking of Toddy videos. And I've been making a few short videos about this. And I'm not intending to stop. I'm changing some settings here on the chat. Part of the gangstalk is cyberstalking, which means they'll send flying monkeys to harass me in my chat and attack me in the chat and play the other games in the perception management, working to do a smear campaign. So the gangstalking follows you everywhere you go, including but not limited to online if you have a YouTube channel. So I'm a persecuted Christian taught in video. Why do I say that I'm a persecuted Christian? Because I'm a Christian being taught with gangstalking. And any person taught with this is being persecuted. If you're taught with a persecution program, you're being persecuted. And if you're a Christian being persecuted, you're a persecuted Christian. So I'm a persecuted Christian taught video taught with a secret persecution program called Gangstalked taught videos. And I've been taught for more than a decade. The taught for me started around 2012, obviously. Somewhere around 2012. And they were working in my life before that, but the targeting went live in overt around 2012. I looked at Sam Wagner's video yesterday about gangstalking, and I like that there's a video from a more credible person. Somebody has a professor degree, whatever the degree is, Professor Sam Wagner. Gangstalking is real and should be studied. And I've been making a few remixes, cutting out 5 seconds and then talk about it to get the word out and look at the comments. And there's quite a lot of people that express appreciation that somebody's talk about this. So that's good. Sam Wagner might be a confessed narcissist, okay? I believe he claims to be a narcissist or have been, okay? But that's the point. That doesn't mean that it can't be useful. So, anyway, here's the video in question. Gangstalk is real, should be studied. Conference keynote speech by Sam Wagner. And I've seen some people express an interest in the chat, and I might make more videos. Like, can somebody, like, I saw one comment about, it's like, why somebody was interested in people talking about their experience being gangstalked. Several comments. It was like people expressing interest in people talk about being, like their experience being gangstalked. Well, I've been out here for years talking about being gangstalked and live stream my life as a taught video, being a taught video IRL streamer. Meaning being live streaming while being a taught video and being a person reacting to the targeting online while being targeted. So the issue is people that are searching for gangstalking, they're not finding my videos. It's not easy for them to find my videos. I'm being shadow banned. So anyway, gangstalk is real. Most online TS are not. In my approximation, 9 out of 10 online TS are fakes. In my approximation, 9 out of 10 fakes crazy talk. So as a rule of thumb, 9 out of 10 online TI so-called are fake target videos, counterintelligence agents. To be even more precise, 9 out of 10 are fakes, and 8 out of 9 fakes are counterintelligence agents. And then maybe 1% of fake target video crazy talkers are organically mentally paranoid schizophrenics, have auditory visual hallucinations, and have found the TI community that gives them validation. Meaning I could see how a real paranoid schizophrenic is like Google searching voices in your head government or something like this. And they have the beliefs that they hear voices, okay? And it's like they find Scott Snitzer's videos when he used to be active. Scott Snitzer was a fake TI counterintelligence agent, according to me. And he, back when he was still making videos, he was active before he disappeared from online. It would be like a cartoon, like the antagonist protagonist, where he's the villain who's working to help the gangstalking program. And I've been making videos, Scott Snitzer exposed, commenting on his videos. Yeah, here's another Scott. Take a look at Scott Snitzer's video, gaslighting. He's telling you that you can't trust your own feelings because it could be the technology control your feelings. This is gaslighting. What it's doing is work to discredit the topic of Gangstalked to the public, and also gaslight you as a target video. Like, you can't trust your thoughts and emotions if you're targeted video because the government technology could be changing your thoughts. Then here's the point. You might have a real, or like an organic crazy talker, but that would be rare, okay? Most online so-called targeted videos are crazy talking or paid fakes. And you might have a rare, really crazy person, meaning there is a mental illness, organic real mental illness called paranoid schizophrenia. And commonly correlated with paranoid schizophrenia is or auditory and visual hallucinations. I mean, there are people who are mentally ill, they are paranoid schizophrenics, and they have paranoid delusional ideations. They believe that it's like the CIA put a chip in their brain, for example, or a lot of times it'd be a specific person. It's like Alex Jones put a chip in my brain, okay? And they hear voices. It's like, and they might search YouTube, voices in your head, government technology, and they find Scott Snitzer videos, which is like the technology changing your thoughts, Gangstalked on videos. And they'll be like, oh, okay, that gives a validation. Yes, okay, I'm a target individual. See, I'm not a parent schizophrenic, I'm a target individual, targeted with gang stalking, and that's why I hear voices in my head. Do you understand? So here's the point. Real TIs don't hear voices in the head. I don't hear voices in my head. I don't have auditory and or visual hallucinations. Commonly correlated with authentic, organic mental illness, this specific type of schizophrenia, is auditory visual hallucinations and paranoid ideations, like delusional. And so the real paranoid schizophrenics might think they're part of a conspiracy, and that's why they hear voices. So my point is this. Approximately 9 out of 10 online targeted videos so-called are fakes. And 9 out of 10 fakes are paid fake crazy talkers. So the reason you see so many people online claim to be targeted videos, making videos about this, and they claim to be targeted with V2K machines, R&M, all this stuff, it's because their agents, they have a job to discredit the type of gang stalking to the public. So gang stalk is real, most online TIs are not. And in my approximation, 9 out of 10 online TIs are fakes, and 9 out of 10 fakes crazy talk. And you might have the rare, like 1 in 1,000, really crazy person who's really hearing voices in the head and is out here to claim to be a target video. Okay, so now most of the people that claim to be target videos and talk about V2K, R&M machines and voices in the head stuff, they paid fake counterintelligence agents. So I'm a target individual for real. Gangstalk is real, and just because they're fake TS out here crazy talking and working to discredit the topic with the crazy talk, doesn't mean that I'm crazy. Doesn't mean that I'm crazy. And I wouldn't be surprised if I also get targeting from ministries too. And I've saw other people in the comment section talk about Christian ministries being involved, which doesn't surprise me. So let's look at the video here, and I'll answer questions. There's some comments here. This is Sam Beckner's video.
Gangstalking is a relatively new phenomenon, which could be dated back safely to the rise of social justice.
Here, okay, so this is Sam Beckner's video. Gangstalk is real, should be studied. Conference keynote speech. So remember what I said. A lot of target videos online are fakes. Approximately 9 out of 10 fake target videos, so-called online, are fakes. And 9 out of 10 fakes crazy talk. Which means on videos like this, you see a lot of comments where somebody comes in. I'm a target video in France. They beam me voices into my head. Or they're remote controlling people around me to make them harass me or something like this. These are counterintelligence agents that have a job. They work for the same program, and they have a job to come in and discredit this topic because the word about Gangstalk is getting out of this video. And the government doesn't want the word about Gangstalk to get out, but if it does get out, they want to sound crazy unearthly. Which means, oh, there's talk about gangstalking going on. The word is getting out. People are hearing about gangstalking. We have to throw some craziness on top of it. and they send little agent cyber stalkers, like these little bot accounts in here, to go, yeah, I'm a target individual. Gangstalk is real. They read targets' minds with satellites, something like this. So there's a big effort to control the narrative. The truth is the most powerful narrative, and they have to work to come up with a counter narrative and use lies. This is the first time I've heard a professional blame the target for the targeting. If someone's being targeted, so remember that if you look at this video, that you might see comments in here that are designed to make you believe that Gangstalk is not real. People coming claiming they have brain chip implants, claiming to be targeted while having brain chip implants and hearing voices in the head, or saying, yeah, I'm targeted, and it's satellites hijacking people around me to make them target me or something like this. So remember that a lot of online targeted videos are fakes. This is the first time I have heard a professional blame the target for the targeting. If someone is being targeted, do not seek a psychologist's help for this. They will blame you and make matters worse. So one of the benefits of this video, it helps targets like me to do activism and get the word about this. Because I can make videos like this and use this video and then just talk about it. So it's valuable. It's good that he made this video. There's value in it. Also, the validation for other targets, where targets are constantly faced with. Now we talk about like end user effect, psychological impact of the targeting, where a target is going through a trauma, and that when they tell people about it, people are like, you're crazy, you're paranoid. That's not happening to you. Nobody's out to get you. Okay, which is even more harmful. So it can be helpful for targeted videos, especially weaker ones, to have some validation and be like, oh, here's a person, and like look at the comment section, and here there's 600 likes on the comment here. See, there's 600 likes on the comment. This is the first time I've heard a professional not blame the target for the targeting. They talk about Gangstalked and target videos, which I've been talking about for years on YouTube. If someone is being targeted, do not seek a psychologist's help for this. They will blame you and make matters worse. 600 likes on there. See? So just because I'm shadow banned on YouTube as a target video, and I do believe that. There's another conspiracy. I do believe that YouTube is working to sabotage my channel growth and make me not have many views on my channel. And just because I'm being shadow banned and YouTube works to hide my videos from people and make people like this in the comment section it'd be great to see more people talking about their experiences like I've been doing for years on YouTube. Targeted video, MIKE SAHA live. Gangstalked targeted video, MIKE SAHA live, okay? For years, almost daily uploading a video on it, streaming and things like this. The reason that these people haven't found my videos and be like, I appreciate you sharing your stories over this, is because they're not seeing my videos. People are searching this and not finding my videos. So, this is the first time I've heard a professional not blame the target for targeting. If someone is being targeted, do not seek a psychologist's help. There's something called weaponized psychiatry, where sluggish schizophrenia was used by the communists. I think it was the communist regime somewhere, where people were complaining about the communist regime, the state. Oh, this guy got sluggish schizophrenia. Okay. It's like you're not hearing voices right now, but it's like you're being paranoid about the state being evil out to get you. So you're some kind of schizophrenic. So it's the point. Gangstalk is real, and I've been taught it for more than a decade with this. And it's horrific, it's disgusting, it's wicked. And it's good that there's some people that talk about this and not making fun of it. This is the first time I heard a professional blame the talk for talking. If someone's been, do not seek psychologist help for this, they'll blame make matters worse. Yeah. So if you're a target individual, the system is in on it, meaning law enforcement, social workers, EMS. Okay, a lot of targets report that EMS will be involved in the harassment. A lot of target individuals will report there's like this certain common like patterns where people that are not crazy talkers, if you look at the testimony, there's gonna be like non-crazy talking TIs, which checks a box for possibly a real TI. If you're a target like me and you look at Quora, Reddit, or forums, or YouTube videos, or comments, if somebody is claiming to be a TI and they're not crazy talking, they're less likely to be a fake TI. So common patterns that targets report is one, headlight cars being involved in the stalking, vehicular stalkers. So part of the gang stalking is anytime the target goes out in public, there's people that appear where they are that are agents for the gang stalking program. And since they wanted to feel harassed, they needed to notice. They need to have you detect the pattern. It could be another thing is a lot of targets reported that perhaps are wearing red, okay? So it could be every time they go to the corner store or supermarket or anytime they go out in public, there's somebody showing up with a red hat and red t-shirt coughing 3 times or something like this. See, 3 coughs specifically while wearing red. Another target could be sensitized and people can show up like I go out in the back and have a cigarette. Somebody walks out a neighboring apartment complex, past my back and with a red hat and then cough 3 times. And to other people in the vicinity, they just see this one event, they just see a guy coughing in public and then all think, oh, here's somebody being harassed by the government. Okay, somebody being harassed by a secret program. So the targeting is narcissistic dog voice abuse tactics is a big part of targeting, and it's highly sophisticated and designed to be subtle enough for the public to not detect that somebody's being targeted, while obvious enough to the target for the target to feel harassed. And a part of the narcissistic dog voice abuse and how they can make you feel targeted in public is by it's like the missing puzzle piece is the target's personal experience. Okay, it'd be like, let's say as an example, I go live and I had an open chat and somebody comes in here and leaves a comment. You are a shape-shifting reptilian, okay? And they leave like 3 in the board or something like this. Okay. And it's like I can tell that from the behavior it's a gang stalker that was sent in by the program, like online targeter. And then like tomorrow I go to the supermarket, do shopping, and as I'm walking into the store, there's 2 people standing at the entrance. And right as I pass, it goes like, yeah, that guy was a lizard or something like this. Or it's like, did you see the documentary on reptilian and stuff like this? It's like a reference. So people that are in that environment, they didn't see what happened. They're not going to detect the pattern. So basically, the missing puzzle piece that makes other people not notice the target is the target's personal experience. Where you have the experience, you know what people are saying and doing about it, and other people don't. So yeah, gang stalk is real, and most online TS are not. Most people making videos, writing comments, posting on forums about this are not real TIs. And as a simple rule of thumb, approximately 9 out of 10 online TS are fakes and approximately 9 out of 10 fakes crazy talk. I predicted Stalk by the Fed's Lisa crazy talk and getting into direct energy weapons. I'm not surprised. After I said she's a fake TI, and it's I'm trying to figure out what her angle is. Sure enough, she starts crazy talking. Claiming to talk with direct energy weapons when she's driving in traffic. So, directed energy weapons, so called, that's one form of crazy talk. So just remember that simple truth. How the gang stalking program works to keep this discredited and covered up is to have an army of fake TS crazy talking. So if I make a Reddit post, like my experience with gang stalking in Sweden, they're gonna send people in there. I'm a Swedish GI too. They put a chip in my brain, okay? Or they're reading our minds or something like this. Or yes, I'm taught in Sweden too. Been taught it for many years. I realized it's witches casting spells on us, making spirits harass us, something like this. Do you understand? So most online TIs, so-called, are fakes. And in my approximation, 9 out of 10 TIs active online are fake on videos, and 9 out of 10 fakes crazy talk. And what are some common types of crazy talk? Direct energy weapons, V2K, RNM, DEWs, okay, DEWs, direct energy weapons, implants, flat earth, space reptilians. Then you have system hit pieces like the Vice hit piece, media, the mainstream media, or fake non-mainstream media, Vice news. Or they make a video that's like a propaganda hit piece on Tony videos. Or the New York Times article, they see gangs of stalkers. But like the system will go out there and this is be part of cover-up. Like, oh, we'll make a report, news commentary on this phenomenon, gang stalking, and cherry picking the most nuttiest so-called TIs to interview and talk about. And they're not gonna have, there's some TIs like MIKE Saha or interview me. Be like, yeah, it's a modern day version of the Sir Saxon program. Former head of Los Angeles FBI, Ted Gunderson, confirmed this is real. It's psychological warfare coupled with physical targeting. No flat earth or space reptilians and like this. No, it's like who did the Vice documentary? They see the Vice hit piece on Twitter videos. They had somebody who's claiming to be remote controlled by satellites, but claiming to be Twitter video. They had somebody claim to be have a chip in their tooth, and they had Anthony Ryan who claims that he's gang stalked because of space reptilians. Yeah. So yeah, gang stalk is real. Most online TS are not. And it could be one person with 100 accounts that's a counterintelligence agent that have the job to go around and leave comments on this video. It's like a force multiplier. So there's not as many fake torrent videos as it might look like. Meaning, if I'm a real TI, and I am, and I make a video, gang stalk torrent video in Sweden, and then they send one of these sock puppet burner accounts. I'm a TI in France. They put a chip in my brain. They don't let me sleep due to the voices that beam into my head or something like this. And that's a way to throw some crazy talk on top of my video, because I get a word about gang stalk without any crazy talk, without any like purposely discrediting crazy talk. So that we have to attach, it's like a quota. Like it's like the topic of gang stalking being talked about. There has to be like this amount of discrediting crazy talk on it. See? And Mike is not fulfilling the quota, which is why for years they send these fake TIs to leave comments on my channel and trying to throw some crazy talk into the mix. And since I'm not putting it in my videos, they're hoping I will like allow the comments and have like a comment from somebody. It's like I'm a total video, they're reading my mind with satellites, something like this. Or just any comment, and it's like if people go to the person's channel, they have the crazy talk there. See? So my point is this, and it could be one person who's a counterintelligence agent with like 100 sock puppet accounts, and they can have like 3 fake TIs leaving comments on my video, but it's the same person. So it'd be like, I'm a total video targeted with direct energy weapons, and then there's another person that like responds, yes, that's true, I'm targeting Russia, but they put a chip in my brain, and it's like looks like there's 3 people versus one person. It's not crazy talking. It's like 3 crazy TIs in the chat versus one person that have a job with the government to write comments like this, and they have a sock puppet account. That they have like 100 sock puppet accounts or so. So approximately 9 out of 10 TIs are fakes, and approximately, sometimes you're more precise by being vague, okay? A lot of times if you're trying to pin down like a specific number, you become, it's like you can become less precise. It's like it might be more accurate to say a lot of online TIs are fakes, okay? Because if I say that at 10, maybe if they do statistics, like it will be 8.5 or something like this, okay? It's like the most accurate number. It's like it might be more accurate to say a lot, okay? But I would say the most, meaning most people, and in my approximation, 9 out of 10 so-called hard videos online are fakes. People leaving comments about this, people making videos, and especially just comments, because it's harder to get somebody to make a YouTube channel, being a human, make a YouTube video, claiming to be a toilet video, while also making itself sound crazy on purpose. Like, I got a chip in my brain to discredit a conspiracy for the government. There's going to be less people willing to do that, whereas it's kind of low effort for the government to have one like neighborhood crackhead who's got a job to like harass me. Do you understand? They have the job to like spend their free time to handle calls till they get told this TI is live right now, go harass them in the chat, and then leave comments on people's videos, get crazy talking there. And then maybe they have another account that's like a fake skeptic, where it's like you TIs are all crazy, Gangstalked isn't real. And then another account is like, yeah, I am a TI in France, I got a chip in my brain. Do you understand? So it's easier to have somebody just make accounts, leaving comments and posting on forums claiming to be a target video, and then crazy talking, or be like a debunker, okay, a fake debunker, paid debunker. You're all crazy, okay. It's harder to get a person to have an identity, like make a YouTube channel and be live streaming and be like, I'm a target video, I got a brain chip implant, okay. So Gangstalked is real. Most online TIs are not, and there's going to be more fakes. They're like faceless, nameless, burner account people. There's going to be more fakes in that group. So then people with videos. So and now here's the problem too. A lot of target videos, unfortunately, have been brainwashed by the fake TI community by listening to people like Scott Snitzer and Captain Hoard and others, and they've been brainwashed into believing the myths. They've been brainwashed into believing that direct energy weapons are used to target them. They've been brainwashed by listening to people like Stark by the Feds, Lisa, Captain Horton, Scott Snitzer, and other counterintelligence agents into believing that direct energy weapons is part of the target, that brain reading machines are used on them or something like this. And they might appear as a fake TI to me. It's like most of the time something walks, talk, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. So there are some people that are like acting like a paid fake crazy talker. Their behavior matches that while not being there. Now that'll be rare. Most crazy talking fake TIs are fake TIs. And a few crazy talking TIs are real TIs. But it doesn't matter if you're crazy talking about the Gangstalked, you're part of the problem. And it's so weird because targets are like, a lot of times when targets get to the point of starting to make videos and get active, talk about this online, it's because they got into a point where it's like they can't help themselves but like starting to fight back, okay? And it's like, I'm mad, they're motivated by being mad. It's like, I'm mad at this. It's like, I'm working to fight back by talking about what's going on. And then if you've been brainwashed into believing that they're reading your brain with satellites by watching Scott Snitzer videos, synthetic telepathy, and you're out here and you talk about the truth of the targeting, but there's like a part of it that you've been brainwashed by Scott Snitzer into believing that they're reading your mind with satellites. And he's like, yeah, and I also think to read my mind with satellites. Now you're helping to cover up Gangstalked. So the same person, like the reason they're talking is they're trying to make it stop and fight against the targeting by speaking about it. They're helping to cover it up by how they're speaking about it. So it's like they're doing the same thing that the government pays people to do. So the government pays people to make videos covering up Gangstalked with crazy talk. And then there's real TIs that have been brainwashed by fake TIs in the community, so-called, into doing the same thing without being paid, while being targeted. Meaning, as a useful idiot, like a dumb dude, so-called. And you don't have to be super dumb, have a low IQ. You just have to be targeted with Gangstalked and not have somebody teach you, like me, teach you how to defend yourself, what you must do to heal, and just arm you with the knowledge. Where it's like Gangstalked, it's not this, it's this, it's that. So there's a reason they don't want real TIs to watch my videos. One of the things I've been teaching targets in my videos, coaching videos, TI survival, is the importance of setting up a security system to make it as close to impossible for the program to enter into your apartment, it's covert entry now. The program wants to get inside the home in the way so they can drug and or poison your food or contaminate your environment with toxic chemicals, heavy metals. Basically, a risk of being targeted is the program wants to do covert entry on it. They get inside the home and want to poison your food, drug your food, put chemical irritants in your bed, something like this, bad things. And it's important that you stop them from doing that. I've been making videos teaching other TIs how to set up a biosecurity system. So no target. Do you understand how crazy you had to be to be like, I'm leaving my home unattended while being a target video? And they can have a landlord spare key and go in and do whatever they want in their home if you don't have a security system. So you need to have a security system. And a simple way to do that is you have a timestamp camera app, is what I use, where you have an Android phone as a dedicated documentation phone. You download the timestamp camera app, you plug in the phone, and you film the inside of the front door from the inside. And you start a video recording as you leave. And as you come home, you pause it, and then you can scan through the footage. Okay, here I see myself leaving, here I see myself coming back, and then the door doesn't open in between. And on top of that, you should have a live stream goal. There is so many ways you can have live stream now. You can have a YouTube account, you can live stream on Facebook, and there might be some hoops to jump through. If you have a personal Facebook page versus if you go pro and you click enable followers, you have to get up to 100 followers before you can live stream on Facebook. They have Restream, they have Rumble. So part of my security system is live stream. So that's a better system. You don't rely on just a video. So video recording in conjunction with a live stream is what I recommend. And that's not pie in the sky. That's something within the grasp of most talk videos, no matter what, even talks like disability or food stamps or this. A lot of talks, if you're watching this video, 9 or 10 people watch it, it will be within their grasp for it to be able to set up a security system that's functional. So if you have a laptop and internet connection, you can live stream. If you have a phone, like a spare phone, old phone, you can an internet connection, you can download the timestamp camera app through Google Play Store. So anyway, supplementation is also key. You're gonna have a lot more stress than the average person. You're gonna be more vitamin deficient because stress depletes the body of vitamins. So a big part of the secret to success dealing with this. And I saw other comments to people like, can somebody? I can tell people are looking for like strategies and help to know how to deal with this, and I can do that. And I haven't seen anybody else as valuable to the TIA community as I am. I'm in better shape than most 36-year-old men, more energetic, and perform at a high level, I'd say mentally and physically, despite the tournament. And I've been thriving while being tournament. I would say so, because I cured myself for panic attacks, which I was suffering for many years. A mental health one, I had panic attacks while being tournament. Not like, oh, I got the time to stop, and now it's like years after I got to the point where I cured myself with this mental health problem and depression. I cured myself with depression. I used to be on SSRI antidepressants, not anymore. Used to be on, I used to have panic attacks, cured myself with that while the tournament's going on. I'm ripped with a six-pack. Only one in 25,000 men, about 35 have a six-pack, and that's a sign of health and fitness. And as a total video. So if I'm in better shape, more athletic, energetic than the average of the 6-year-old, despite being targeted, maybe I know how to not be destroyed and weakened and broken down by targeting. See? And it was a point in time where I was sick and tired from the targeting. I had to learn how to heal myself. So obviously the abusers that want targets super affected by the targeting don't want you to have access to quality support that will help you to be strengthened and less affected by the targeting. Do you understand? It's like a cult doesn't want you to go, like a cult doesn't want you to go to a therapist who's an anti-cult expert or something like this that can point out the behaviors and equip with knowledge and like call a spade and help it to not be as affected by the cult brainwashing tactics or something like this. It makes perfect sense. So let's go more to the comments. I'm a target leader. I've been taught for more than a decade. Gangstalked is real, and it's both psychological and physical targeting. And the physical targeting is not brain reading machines or satellites or brain chip implants. It's down to earth. Food poisoning. I've been sprayed with chemicals and out in public, meaning they have covert devices and they can have somebody as you like sit at a restaurant, walk past your table, have like a little spy gadget and like spray a chemical on you, and it's like you start itching, but it's like it's so covert. Okay, so the program has perps that they have spy gadgets, they can spray chemicals on you. They have cars they can spray chemicals on you with. These are some of the physical target tactics. So they can use like spy gadgets to spray chemicals on you to poison you. food poisoning as well. So one of the most dangerous things is basically you need to listen to me and get a security system and make it hard for the point to go inside your home their way. If not, it's easy for them to poison your food, to put poison in your food in your fridge. It just takes 3 minutes. If they can be in your home for 3 minutes, they go inside your home and poison your food in the fridge. They can contaminate wine with toxic chemicals, and that's something the program wants to do. So it's important that you take my advice and stop them from able to go inside their home in a way, so they can't poison you and things like this. And then it's another topic of there's even a risk that stores you frequent in your city, they can put poison food items on the supermarket shelves for you. And that sounds kind of nutty, but it's true. So poisoning is one of the physical types they can use. You don't want to order pizza or something like this. It's like you have to remember, so you need to know that the program wants to poison you and or convert the drug you. Poison and or convert the drug you. And that's enough for you to start thinking about, if I was a person who wanted to poison me, this powerful program, well, yeah, they could get to a person who's a delivery driver for fast food. They could get to a person who's working a pizza shop in your city where you frequently order stuff. They could, last ditch, they could have like the police stop the delivery driver. We need to inspect this pizza, okay, for reasons of national security or something like this. They put, okay, it's fine. There were no bombs in there or something like this. Do you understand? Okay. So, and they have like an NDA or something like this. So here's the point. You need to be aware that they want to poison you and or drug you, and you need to make it as hard as possible for that. So you need to have certain rules. You don't order home delivery food, meaning like pizza or kebab or something like this, or Volt with like somebody. You have to be aware that they want to poison you. And how do they poison you? By getting flying monkeys to poison you. And in your experiences, Tom, you should have noticed by now that they can get all kinds of people to participate in the targeting that's designed to harm you. Anything from, it's like white people, black people, middle-aged, this and that, different professions, okay? So it's like, why would you think, no, the person driving a delivery food, being a food delivery person driving for Domino's Pizza, they could never get a person like that to target me. But like any other type of person, be able to get them to target you, okay? So food poisoning, you need to be aware of that. You need to take supplements, and you need to be aware of my Rumble channel, because I'm starting to it's like I don't like talking about this, because on YouTube I have to hold back a lot. So you need to subscribe to me on Critical Mass Mike on Rumble. Critical Mass Mike on Rumble. You can check my about page, I have a link there. And I can make more videos like this there if I want to, and not hold back on the health fitness. There's other people who got the YouTube channels closed down during COVID for talking about health fitness. And there's still certain things, so this is not completely safe to talk about health fitness. If you want to call it a coaching, it's like, here's how many milligrams of this vitamin you have to take every day, and here's what this vitamin can do for you. And it's like even some of these things can be a little bit touchy. So you need to be aware of my Rumble account, and I make videos there. If you want to make a video coaching, more videos coaching, and talk about things you need to do, they can go there. So let's look at the comments. Do not seek a psychologist's help for this. They will blame you, make matters worse. Yeah, psychologists will be in on the target a lot of times. They're law enforcement, psychologists. This is the system. And it's like, this is part of the difficulty in dealing with this topic. It's like the level, entry level, like tier 1, which it is with it like entry level, level 1 here. Which like, there's people targeting videos, okay? And that's hard enough for a lot of people to believe with to begin with. Now, if you're gonna be honestly like give the truth as I do, at depth, and like really deal with this, it's hard not to deal with like the wider issues, like the deep state satanic Illuminati that control this world from behind the scenes. and have influence in the hospitals, the schools, everything else. So if you're taught video, the system can be in a target. Meaning you go to prison guards might target you for the program. If you go to psych ward, they might have people working in the psych ward, nurses or whatever, doctors, they know the target. They do the same things they were doing to other public, like narcissist dog abuse tactics, like using trigger words, lines, and stuff like this, or worse. So yeah, I don't recommend that you, this would be my recommendation. I don't recommend that you seek counseling and go to a psychologist and talk about this, because you risk weaponized psychiatry and being misdiagnosed as paranoid schizophrenic or having delusions or something like this, which would be discrediting and bad for you. Okay. Now, if you are a person that have depression, now here's the thing: you can learn from me how to protect your mental health, lower anxiety, deal with this and that. Now, if you're a person that is hell bent on the only solution I'm gonna look to is like mainstream psychiatry for help, and not like diet, nutrition, supplementation, and like online coaches like me here, to survival coaches. It's like that. I'm not even gonna look into that. It's like only the system solutions, like the mainstream. Okay, I would say this: if you're taught to be, I would recommend that you go to a psychologist if you get to a point where PTSD, CPTSD, or panic attacks, and just like tell all, because you might get misdiagnosed as a paranoid schizophrenic or a person with delusions. So it would be less bad, as far as I'm concerned, that if you have depression from gang stalking, you can talk to a therapist about the depression, okay, and avoid dealing with the root of it. Which, like, yeah, I'm being harassed daily or something like this by people that I work for a secret program, and I think that could be part of why I'm depressed. See, but like, if you have problems like anxiety, this or that, it's like it's dangerous to tell the whole story to them. If you have anxiety and you want to do counseling for anxiety, that's one thing. If you got depression, want to talk to a psychologist about depression, that's one thing. But I would recommend that every time goes there. It's the same thing with like reported to the police. The law enforcement are in on it. So if I go down to the police station and report the government for or like just people, they'd probably like go to drive me to the psych ward. See, if I went to leave a police report on gang stalking, they might be like, "Oh, we'll take you to the psych ward, okay," and drop me off there. And so so a lot of cops will be in on it, law enforcement will be in on it, and will be used to target it on it. And the rare ones, they might not be. They might organically think that you're crazy for telling the truth. They might think, oh, this is a crazy person, and be like this, they need mental help. So the risk is there's people in law enforcement that are part of the conspiracy, know you're being targeted, and are part of the targeting. And then if there's some cops in the police station are not in on it, they take a report, they might think that you're crazy when you're not crazy and drive you to the psych ward anyway. So you have to be careful where you seek help. I just went through this in a corrupt community. We gotta look at the comments. I just hope one day it all gets exposed and criminals serve justice. As someone who enjoyed it for over 20 years, I can't confirm it exists. Unfortunately, it's designed to make you look crazy and paranoid to the point to look at innocent people as perpetrators, which only helps neither make you look unhinged when you people crazy make and harass you to that point. That's a good comment, and that is true, because I've talked about this myself. The more healing I've done, the less false positive there are. So it's happened a few times where it looks to me like this person is targeting me for the program. And it's not that I'm crazy. It could be like the program will a lot of times tell people to put on a t-shirt with as a form of narcissist dog abuse tactics. So that is a tactic that's been used on me. So part of the target is people that have been interacting with online and like start to build a friendship with or something like this. Sometimes they will be recruited and start doing narcissist abuse tactics. And that could be words they use. It could be like a T-shirt with a word on it, so like sensation themes. Now, it will be like this. If the parents is like, if I become Facebook friends with somebody, and it's happened several times, it's like within 3 months, the person starts posting narcissistic abuse tactics. I can see they're targeting me for the program. In the posts, the reels, the stories, they start targeting me with narcissistic abuse. And it could be like a certain theme where it's like the program for the last 3 years has been using banana as a sensation theme. And then a person starts posting like banana, it could be like, oh, is this person posts a picture of themselves eating banana to fuck with me for the program or not? Because it's possible people take a selfie eating a banana. It's also possible the program has been used like when somebody's told this talk about bananas or post a picture of bananas because it's like part of the. It's like this is we're getting into like the narcissist abuse tactics. It could be anything that's like a pattern of behavior. Anything that's a pattern of behavior. I'm incredibly strong, and they don't like that. My resilience, they're able to endure extreme targeting, and not just survive, but remain looking better, doing better, and being in better shape than the average man, despite the targeting. Like this, despite the best efforts to break me down, I remain strong than the average person, more capable. Just that really bothers them. That really bothers them. A lot of people that are in on this, they're like weak and out of shape. See, it's like they understand the victory. It's like a lot of flying monkeys are soft, weak, ugly, out of shape, like sickly and sick and tired and like depressed looking. Okay. Whereas I'm the target of this program, and despite everything they've been throwing at me, I'm doing better than them. Like I'm stronger. I'm healthier in a lot of ways than they are. That really bothers me. So here's the point. Yes, so the program works to trigger you, and the more reeling you are from the target, the more effective you are, the more likely you are to have false positives. Now, it is true that they will get people to target you with narcissist abuse tactics. And the point is this. Yes, there is a risk that you have false positives, and the more really from the target are, the more likely you are to have false positives. The more stressed you are. It's so basically fight-flight mode. So if you're hyper-realizing in fight-flight mode, your start response is at a lower level. It's like hypervigilance, okay? So it's basically it's understandable from that. Hypervigilance. What's hypervigilance? We're reacting to things as if they're threats, but they're not. So if we're in a war zone, and sometimes there are like sudden noises, like bang, there's an explosion going off, or a bullet, or somebody, you hear a twig, like if you're in the Ukraine in a trench, you hear a twig snapping. It could be a Russian sticking up to throw a grenade in the trench, something like this. So if you're in a war zone, and it's like you hear like a twig snap, like this, something like this, it's like, and you're acting as if there's like a guy trying to kill you over there. It's like that's the warrant in that circumstance because you're in an environment where sometimes noises around you are people attacking you. See? So that's part of the TI experience, where your life is people are talking to you sometimes, and people post things and do things and say things that are intended to fuck with you. So basically, it's like here's the thing: you have to heal, and you have less false positives, and it's as simple as calming down. Okay, taking my advice to lower cortisol, calm down, supplements. Just take my health fitness advice, and that's going to help you a lot. Cut down on the sugar. Take the supplements I recommend that help to calm you down. Niacinamide, ashwagandha, L-theanine, magnesium, vitamin C, and these other supplements, and you'll be less stressed. And if you're less stressed, you're less reactive, and you're less likely to have false positives. It takes extra courage to talk with respect, Professor Backman. They try to ruin me, underline me. I've had assassination attempts as well, so I know that's real. They try to make me have accidents when out in public. I was shot in the leg with something possibly a dart gun. You can YouTube search CIA dart gun. I think I might have been hit with something like that in the right leg. I've been poisoned in the right of ways. So, Gangstalk is not just harassment and narcissistic abuse. They will target you physically. If you jump down the rabbit hole, I discern you'll be gangstalked. I've been targeted since 2012. So there's another person that claims that the torrent started around the same time, 2012. It was around 2012 that I became a tornado. Yeah, so it's a point. Subscribe to me on Rumble, where you can watch quality coaching videos, because I don't really feel comfortable making coaching videos on YouTube, because I've gotten strikes before for bogus reasons, so I had to hold back here. Yeah, so gang stalking is real. A lot of TFs are not. And if you're a tornado, if you're a member of the public and want to know the truth about the tornado, you can listen to me and know the truth about the tornado. If you're a tornado yourself that want to learn how to deal with this, you can watch my videos and learn things that definitely will help you to deal with this. And anything from how to reduce the stress. Basically, you're being taught with things that makes you suffer and makes you have stress. Then I hold the keys to healing. I can teach you how to deal with depression, how to lower anxiety, how to lower stress. If you're sick and tired, I can teach you basic. I can teach you how to be stronger, fit, and healthy, mental and physically, no matter what, if you're on video or not. So I recommend you to watch my Rumble stream. Subscribe to me Rumble, make a Rumble account if you're on video, and watch my Rumble. And with the level of shadow banning, you don't trust YouTube if you subscribe to me that you stay subscribed. They might unsubscribe you. I'm not joking. And on Rumble, I can't even watch for that. So if you make an account and subscribe to me on Rumble, it's possible they will let you know if I upload something. But it's like you can't count on it. So I recommend you save a bookmark on a browser like Mike's Rumble or something like this. And so you can check it manually. And that's how I do things. I don't trust YouTube and other platforms that I'm on, like Instagram, to let me know if there's a page I want to see if they upload or something. I go there manually. I don't like wait until the platform lets me know this person uploads something. I go to certain channels I check into manually. I go and type it in and figure out how to find the channel. I check it manually. So I'm gonna post a link to my Rumble channel here. And if you're a torn video, subscribe to me on Rumble. And I've made several videos there, coaching videos, teaching topics how to deal with Gangstalked torn videos. And there's other topics too. So I'm not gonna become like a person who restrains myself and constricts myself to only make videos about gang stalking. It's like it's gonna be gaming streams, it's gonna be meal prep videos and other things. So I'm not gonna be like, I can only make videos about gang stalking on this channel and nothing else. It's like just no, I'm not gonna do that. So gang stalk is real. Most online so-called torn videos are not. And if you're a torn video, and you can be like, oh, Mike, you sound like arrogant because you say that you're the best. I am the best. Okay. I haven't seen anybody else that's as valuable to torn videos. Like anybody. It's like what Scott Snitzer when he was on YouTube. He's like, yeah, I go like, yeah, exercise, it can be good for you, help with the stress. And buy this shielding stuff to protect yourself against the mind reading machines. Okay. See? So it's like, it'd be like kind of have to give a little bit of value, but he's gonna do more harm than good. Now he stopped uploading videos, so it's like there's no need to keep exposing. It's more like there used to be a guy called Scott Snitzer. So it's the point. But I'm gonna tell you about some of the things that have been helping me personally in my targeting. Game changers. What are some things, some changes I made to my lifestyle that have really helped with the gang stalking? Becoming a vitamin C mega dose of vitamin C and other supplements. So becoming a supplement mega dose has made a huge difference. Finding the right type and amount of supplements, meaning type and amount. So it's not just check your box. I take vitamin D every day, and it's like you buy the lowest strength vitamin D, cut it with a razor blade in four. You could take a quarter every day, and it's like I'm taking vitamin D every day. No, it's like how much vitamin D do I need? Okay, it's like I need this is how much for effect. This is an effective dose. See? This much daily is what I need to have a difference. Niacinamide, vitamin B3. Not just, there's 14 milligrams of niacinamide in my B complex. So I get niacinamide. For me personally, it wasn't until I went above 1 gram of niacinamide per day that I got to get some serious effect in terms of like anxiety and other things. Ashwagandha, getting enough. So it's quite common that people believe, and it's like, I saw something recently on Facebook where it's like the system is shielding against supplementation. It's like the doctor says you don't need to take supplements this winter. To the Swedish people. Swedish mainstream news media. It's like, this guy says you don't need supplements. Because some Swedish people start waking up. They'll be like, I'm going to take vitamin D in the winter. Like extra. It's like, people are getting healthy now. We need to have some shield. Hey, here's the guy with a white coat telling you don't have to take supplements this winter. Because a lot of people started waking up to how important proper supplementation is. Slowly but surely. That's actually one of the benefits to the COVID crisis, where I noticed there's more people during and after COVID that have gotten into supplementation. And there's a lot of people who are buying supplements that started buying supplements during COVID for some reason. So being in Sweden during COVID, like buying supplements, the vitamin D and vitamin C supplements would be out on a lot of websites. So people ordering like crazy people vitamin C and vitamin D supplements during COVID for some reason. So during COVID, a lot of the websites that I order supplements from, they'd be like out of stock, like vitamin D and vitamin C. It'd be hard to find. So, to those who are being gang stalked, best you do not talk about it with other people. Keep it to yourself. No, that's bad advice. That's very bad advice. My best advice is to be brave. Yeah, it takes bravery to do things like this. Courageous and walk a righteous path. Well, part of righteousness, if you're a Christian, is to resist and to relieve the oppressed. So if I make videos like this, what I'm doing things to help to give relief to the oppressed toward individuals. How to reduce your suffering, anxiety, how to be less harmed by this oppression program. Learn to do well, execute judgment, relieve the oppressed, the Bible says. So targets can literally get relief from watching my videos. Be less harmed by learning how to start from inside the home, by learning how to reduce their stress that they're getting from this oppression program. Anxiety and like how much suffering they're getting right now, it can be reduced by taking my advice. Okay, so being a righteous person is not sitting at home. It's like, I'm a righteous, good person, suffering. And I know about the people being targeted with gang stalking, and I'm not going to speak out about it. So what is? It's like that's not the way. So that's the point. I would tell you that it's dangerous to speak out. Since I started speaking out, I've been getting targeted harder. And I've had more physical tolerance since I started speaking out because they don't like me speaking out. So I wouldn't recommend other targets to start speaking out
without being a Christian, okay? Meaning, get saved, okay? If you're not a Christian, I wouldn't like recommend really that you start doing what I'm doing, work to do activism and work to expose this to the public, because that makes it more dangerous and they're more likely to take you out, try to get in a psych ward and unalive you there or in prison or just ramp up the targeting in different ways or just take you out. So, nice point. Tyranny needs to be fought against. So what I'm saying is this: I'm not gonna get into, hey, you pussies out there, don't be a coward. If you're a target, you need to like start making videos about this. A lot of targets are not ready to. A lot of targets are too vulnerable. A lot of targets would not survive like even a half-hearted assassination attempt because they're not taking the antitoxin vitamin C. A lot of targets are deficient in vitamin C, which means they'll be poisoned by a program. An LD50 dose would kill them, okay? And they wouldn't be like have a chance to survive it because their supplement regime and what their diet and everything else, they're not putting sugar in their body and stuff. So it's like they could. So most targets are so vulnerable, okay? So here's the point. Now, in World War II, most American soldiers that went to fight the Nazis were lost people that if they died went to hell, okay? But they still put themselves on the arena and the battlefield because something this evil has to be fought against. And I don't think the pastors would make a service back then and be like, unless you're saved, it's like flank duty. Don't join the army and fight against the Nazis unless you're a Christian or something like this. Only people, do you have like 100 people fighting World War II for America? Understand? Or maybe 1,000. But if it's like only people that have gotten saved, believe the gospel, got sent to fight, and like if pastors could talk them into that, unless you believe the gospel, don't join the army, maybe have like ranging from 1,000 to 10,000 American soldiers. Because the Bible teaches that it's rare for a person to be truly saved. Most people that claim to be Christians are not. Because there's one way to become a Christian for real, which means you're hell-proof. And you can be fearless and not be afraid of being murdered or dying in an accident or anything else. So it's like, okay, you can fight against this, and if you die, you go to heaven. You see? But it's like versus a person who's lost, and it's like one breath from hell. If they die, they wake up in hell. So what I'm saying is this: my recommendation is that before you start fighting, get saved, okay? And no matter what, it's like even if you have a safe, comfortable life, my recommendation would still be get saved, because nobody's promised survival. Anybody can die any day, and if you die lost, you're going to hell. So I would recommend Tony Vidos and anybody else, evangelism, to get saved, okay? Become a Christian. And you won't have to worry about going to hell. You won't have to be afraid of dying anymore if you become a Christian for real. You don't have to worry about dying. You don't have to be afraid. And there's some side effects. If you get saved, you have God on your side and things like this in this life. So anyways, the point. I'm not going to make videos. Don't be a coward, make videos or stuff like this. Now, I would say this. It's up to you. It's like nothing is safe, okay? So if you're a target video, you risk the program murders you while being a secret in the closet TI, because you just got like an anonymous account leaving comments. They could make you have an accident tomorrow. Imagine all these people in the chat that is like Joe Schmo 3846, who lives like, I've been taught for 10 years. That person, the program could murder them tomorrow, make them have an accident, or poison them, and they die. It's like, oh, now we make sure this person never got to speak out about this and like helping to expose this. And you'd be just a statistic. It'd be like in your city, it'd be like, man dies of or in accidents, stuff like this. And it'd be like, do you understand? Whereas if I die, doesn't matter how. It's like I'm a person that said I'm a target. I've had murder attempts. Here are some ways they could try to take me out with an accident or make me have an organic health problem or something like this. So it's like possibly be like raise a few eyebrows at the very least. Like this is a guy who said they tried to murder him before was told the video. So it's like you have to choose, okay? There's nothing. It's not safe to keep your mouth shut. It can be more dangerous to speak out, but it's like you have to decide for yourself. It's up to you to decide if you want to risk working to expose this. And I got it to a point where I do, and it's ramped up the targeting, but it's worth it as far as I'm concerned. Next point, I'm a Christian, which means I didn't start speaking out to be like, yeah, I'll speak out because I know I can survive speaking out. No, it's like I'm a Christian. If I die from this, I'm going to heaven. You see? So if I die from the target, I go to heaven. Whereas the average target, if they die, they go to hell like most people. So be kind of like this. Would I recommend that a lost person goes on like a tightrope between two buildings? No, I wouldn't recommend the same person either. Like that activity is like a useless risk. But if somebody says, but if you're gonna do something like that, it's like I recommend you get saved first because you're more likely to die if you start doing things like this. So here's the point: everybody's gonna die one day, so I recommend people to get saved. That's another thing here. So yeah, Gangstalked is real. Most online TS are not. You can learn from me by watching my Rumble videos, how to deal with this, and other social media platforms. So I don't plan. Okay, I don't know when the next video is gonna be. Give some TI survival coaching and commentary on this. It will be on Instagram or Rumble stream or wherever, but I am active on different social media platforms. So here are some things that help me in the targeting. Mega dosing supplements, making changes to my diet, awareness, meaning understanding ways that they can't target me and make it harder for them to succeed in it, like food poisoning. Having certain rules, I don't eat in restaurants, I don't order home delivered pizza or food where it's be easy for somebody to get some poison into the food. Be unpredictable with your purchase if you shop at the supermarket. Make it hard for them to guess what they're going to buy so they can put something they guess you're going to buy that's been open, resealed, tampered with, and poisoned. Okay, so think about that. Make it as hard as possible to poison you, and I can get into that in other videos, like more specifics and details on that. But supplementation is key. Diet is key. You should not be poisoning yourself with sugar and all these toxic chemicals and eat junk food. And now you're more vulnerable. Okay. You want to be a hard target. Stay hard, motherfucker. I'm a hard target. Okay. You don't want to be soft and like a stress eater due to the cortisol and you use food as a drug because you're stressed from the target and you get fat, you become a soft target. And not just visually, but you'd be soft and weaker, more easily destroyed and less energetic and just easier to mess with. Do you understand? So rather than that, you can learn from me, rather than turning to alcohol or stress eating or watching porn to self-medicate. You can learn how to take supplements to lower your stress, your anxiety, to feel better, to have more energy. So you can improve, but you're gonna have to take my advice. Supplementation, diet, so on and so forth. Gangstalked is real, most online TSM. I've been taught it for more than a decade here in Sweden. And gang stalking is not just harassment. It's not just psychological. It's both psychological and physical targets. So they target you physically and psychologically. And the physical target is not brain reading machines in outer space, okay, or V2K machines. It's more down to earth, chemicals, poison, things like this. And flying monkeys of the narcissist will be used to target you. Gang stalking is narcissistic abuse plus, and then some. It's narcissistic abuse, but it's not actually describing narcissistic abuse because if they're poisoning you, it's like not, their behavior is psychopathic, okay? They behave like psychopathic serial killers who are working to poison and slowly murder somebody until they're murdered. So it's not actually called narcissistic abuse. Now, a big part of targeting is understanding from a framework of understanding narcissism and narcissistic abuse. Flying monkeys, smear campaigns, narcissist always abuse tactics, gaslighting, and the things that this is a big part of targeting. So, yeah, gang stalking is real. And I'm a target video I've been talking for more than a decade. And I'm a living testament to the fact that you can be an empowered, overcome, triumphant conqueror, and not like here, like, oh, sick and tired and crying and whining all the time. No, I'm in better shape than most men. I'm 36, more energetic, athletic, perform. I'm more productive. I'm stronger, despite what I'm going through. So it's not like that shows what's possible. I should give you some hope as to like seeing what I can do, my energy levels, my workouts, the streaming for hours and hours, seeing me not always being sad and miserable. Okay, like do I go nuts sometimes and get angry or something? Yeah, but it's like it's not that like every day I'm constantly like depressed and feel miserable, stuff like this. So that really should give you some hope. And you can learn from me how to deal with this. So, and here's the thing too, I've been getting harder targeted than most TS. Like a lot of TS in life, they're not even claiming to be sprayed with poison chemicals sometimes by going out in public. It's like they're not even like they're not even claiming to be targeted in some of the ways that I've been targeted. I'd say I've definitely been targeted more intense than other people. So anyway, I gotta finish up. I'm a persecuted Christian turned widow. And another thing that I've started to I'm not perfectionistic, meaning a video, a decent video that gets done beats a perfect video that doesn't. Meaning it's like, I don't have this like, well, if I'm gonna go live and talk about Gangstalked, it has to be like a TED talk, that's the best video ever made. And it's like, okay. No, it's just like, let's go live talk about Gangstalked right now. See what happens. And it's like, I went live and spent an hour here, I was talking about Gangstalked, got a word out. It's a good job. Got the job done. There's a lot of talks in the chat there that haven't been live, reaching like 100 new people with like, I'm not talking video something called Gangstalked. See, you just go live here talking. Lowest level, it's like, how many views did I get on this? Maybe 300, maybe 100, maybe 100 views since going live. So there's maybe 90 people that have heard about Gangstalked awareness, about Gangstalked ton videos. In a video I talked, yeah, most online TS are fakes, beware the crazy talkers. So this is actually doing something. So yeah, if you're toward the video, watch my video, subscribe to me on Rambo, Critical Mass Mike on Rambo, and watch my videos there. Don't be lazy. That's a big part of TS survival. Don't be lazy. Lazy toward videos don't survive. If they do, they don't survive well. Okay. You have to learn to be disciplined. You can't be lazy. You have to become a person that's more disciplined and willing to endure difficulty. And like put yourself in difficult things. And not have this avoiding discomfort mentality. You already have a lot of discomfort. You might as well become a person that kind of embraces that and decides that it's like you're not living your life for pleasure, and you're going to do what is needed to do no matter how it feels. So I got to finish up. This could be the video. Subscribe to me on Rumble, Critical Mass Mike on Rumble. First, I'm going to verify I put the Rumble link into the chat there. Yeah. I'm a Christian warrior standing up to satanic tyrants. Whereas the people taught me are flying monkeys, minions. It's like the orcs of sorrow, pretty much in Lord of the Rings movie. Whereas like the people taught me, it's like you're on the wrong side of history, working for evil, for something that has to be covered up and done in darkness because it's like it's so evil that it can't stand the light of day. See? Whereas I'm a Christian taught with this and fighting against you openly with the truth. So No, I don't care. It's like it happens all the time where I start checking some social media and they start doing gaslighting and then like disgusting talking. It can be even be something for somebody that start checking out Instagram, they start posting from the stories. It is supposed to be all like a little dig. See, like a little dig. That happens several times. It's like I'm here talking about what I'm doing and what's happening openly, but because you're disgusting freak piece of shit, the flying monkeys, that's how you have to operate, like a coward, hide in the shadows. Like, imagine what a failure would be. Like, yeah, I'm an adult and what I do is helping persecuting Christian men that never did anything to me because I'm a slave to the deep state psychopathic power elites. And I sold out to them for narcissistic, self-serving purposes. Okay? It's fucking pathetic. So I gotta finish up.